Get with your fucking fingers in. What is this shit? We need always this shit.
The casual gang, cause I'm nobody bringing you the casual bang. The king of the casuals, the casual
Yeah.
The king of the casuals, the casual king. King of the casuals, the casual gang, cause ain't nobody bringing you the casual bang.
Gilbert Burns and Jack Della Maddalena.
That was, you got 2/3 of that. Well, 2/4.
Maddalena.
Half.
Maddalena.
There you go.
The Della
There we
before Maddalena got me.
Yeah, it happens. If you check the deep web, they have like dark, whatever it's called. They give you the pronunciation of things. You hit the button and it'll say, Rosas.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we could just shorten it to JDM.
Yeah, he's not GSP yet though. Wait till he wins a few more fights till we give him till we start using acronyms to describe him, because no one knows who he is.
Probably a good rule.
But let's talk about it. It's a good fight.
Yeah.
Jake, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think JDM shows who he is, and maybe starts to emerge as a JDM after this fight, potentially. I love Gilbert Burns. I think this is going to be a straight up cardio, see who's got it left in the tank at the end of the third round type of fight. I don't think this goes, stops before the end of the third round bell. But I think JDM emerges in this one and shows that he can start fighting with the real top tier people in the division.
Wow.
I love Gilbert Burns. I love him.
We all do. If you don't like Gilbert Burns, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Some of the best, other than maybe like a Mackenzie Dern, but some of the best jiu-jitsu in the entirety of the UFC.
Yeah, I agree. But by the way, he
his striking has come a long way.
Yeah, I mean, he put that freak rat lip Kamzat flash knocked him out to his knees. I thought Burns won that fight, and I thought Usman also beat Kamzat. But anyway, I digress.
I wonder why that is. Yeah. Anyways, Nate, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean towards JDM. I just feel like Burns he's had a couple of losses recently. I love the guy, but I mean, JDM seems like he's kind of on his way up. He's ascending, and I don't know. I feel like just like with Petr Yan, like these guys, it's so crazy how important the mental game is in fighting. Like you have a couple of losses, and it can really mess with everything.
Yeah. I agree, except with that sentiment about the mind part of it, but I'm gonna disagree on the outcome. I think Gilbert Burns is gonna check JDM's rise. He's a tough all those Australian dudes are tough. They're a different breed, but from down under. But I think Gilbert Burns is a championship quality fighter, and he's he doesn't give up. So
no,
I'm gonna go with Gilbert Burns on this one.
Wow. Okay. What's not to stop Josh from giving his, but what's the line look right now? Who's favorite to win?
JDM is -175.
Wow.
So it's not that much.
No. I wonder why he's 170. I wonder.
What do you mean why?
What do they know? What do they know?
He's ascending because he's putting things together each time he goes out there, right? Instead of potentially losing a step each time he goes out there. And I'm not saying that Burns is, but
I don't think
more trained eyes than mine, because I'm a casual.
Well, he's also on a
breaking news.
He's also on a 16 fight win streak.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I see your point. So maybe, but I'm going to stick with Burns anyway. I know what the breaking news is going to be.
Yeah, I just saw a ticker. Anthony Joshua just knocked out Francis Ngannou in the second round of that heavyweight fight.
Knocked him out.
Knocked him out.
Wow. That
Holy
shows you
shit.
that there are levels to this stuff, and you can't just be a monster and go over and box somebody that I don't think Tyson Fury took that fight very seriously in training. And I do think Tyson Fury beat him. I don't care what everybody says. It was too close for comfort if you're Tyson Fury or a boxing fan. Fury beat him. But
Why are we surprised? Why are we all like, oh my gosh? Why
well,
are we
because
surprised
Ngannou,
Francis
it
Ngannou's
seems like
box-
because he's so big.
Yeah, he's huge, but that doesn't mean that he's anywhere near the level of Joshua's boxing. Nowhere near it. And yes, he fought Tyson Fury, but Tyson, the most sparring he did was with a box of Twinkies for that fight. Like
You're right. You're right. I
He
thought
wasn't training to fight Ngannou. He took it so lightly, and you could see it in the way that he was boxing in that fight. And so I still don't get this. You got guys that train their entire lives in one sport in boxing, and then you have guys coming over from MMA who think, oh, because I'm pretty good at boxing people in an MMA gym, that I can come over here and fight some of the best boxers in the world.
It's two different sports. Totally.
Get out of town.
Just the distance in it alone is what makes it so different. Like you can't boxing. It's like, especially if you go Mexican style boxing, it's like they train. Yeah. So it's just different. It's different. The timing's different, and they're both great sports. I mean, I would say that there's a better chance of a MMA guy beating a boxer than there is a boxer ever coming to a octagon and winning an MMA.
No, I completely disagree.
Okay, we could go. That's a rabbit hole we'll go down later. But just imagine if Floyd Mayweather, and I'll take the biggest one ever, Floyd Mayweather and Conor. If Floyd Mayweather came in to fight Conor would kick him 4 times in his calf, and Floyd would be done. He wouldn't even have to knock him out.
I don't think he'd have to kick him 4 times either. Have you seen those tiny little legs that
Floyd
has? They'd probably snap in half with one.
That's what I mean.
Even with Conor's metal leg now, but
fucking titanium.
I'm thinking. Anyways, getting back off of that tangent.
This is the greatest
Josh
we've ever had.
Josh, what was your? I don't think Josh did his pick on Gilbert Burns and JDM.
He's looking at his phone. He's on the dark web again.
I get all my information.
Tricky Road or whatever it is. Anyway, go ahead.
Who you got, Josh?
I'm going with JDM. Gilbert Burns. He's old. He's
old.
Way out.
Guy's like 33.
He's 37, but
although there are years.
I don't know why people do that. It's like, oh, fucking, it's 33, but it's 40. They're two different. It's different.
It's like 50. If you're a fighter and you've been doing it since you were 18 and you're 33, you're really like 50, unless your name's Yoel Romero. But he didn't start till he was 33.
Well, he's 37, so Gilbert Burns is 37, so he's like
Yoel Romero's 47, but like 23.
Yeah, but it's pretty well established. He's like the next evolution of human. So like his genetic makeup is completely different.
Yeah, predators are coming back for him.
They're gonna lose. All right, so we gave that the best we could, and let's move on to the next one.
JDM, that's what I'm going with.
I know you.
Kevin Holland and Michael Venom Page.
So this fight, I'm gonna just jump right in because I've already put out one podcast today about Michael Venom Page. Jack and I used to talk about we would get Bellator fights when Michael Venom Page fought. You know what I mean? That would be, and maybe a couple other guys, but like Michael Venom Page is just fun. I don't know how it'll match up, but I think because they're similar in size, they're similar speed. I think Michael Venom Page is more accurate of a striker than Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland's more powerful. Kevin Holland, believe it or not, probably is a better wrestler, which sounds bizarre because wrestling is his weakness, but I don't think Michael Venom Page wrestles ever. However, he has pretty good jiu-jitsu if you get him down. So it's a tricky fight. But I'm just excited to have Michael Bantam Page in the UFC because he's such a great entertainer. He's fun to watch, and he does some crazy stuff.
Yeah, agreed. So who do you think wins it?
I think Michael Bantam Page is going to win it, but he's going to win it by decision. I can't see him knocking out Kevin Holland. I think Kevin Holland could knock out Michael Bantam Page. But I can't see Kevin Holland connecting with him. I think Michael Venom Page has got pretty good movement. It's hard to hit.
What do you think, Nate?
I don't know. I like the nickname Venom, so I think I haven't watched a lot of
he's
Michael
good,
Venom Page fights. I've heard amazing things, so I feel like, and Kevin Holland's lost. I think he's lost his last fight. I think Michael Venom Page.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin Holland's great, but
Kevin Holland lost his last fight to JDM.
Right.
Before that, he lost to Stephen Thompson because he was made a handshake that he wouldn't go to the ground against maybe the best striker ever.
That seems like a silly idea.
That's kind of why I like him. Anyways, Josh, what do you think about this fight in general?
I'm pretty sure the last fight that when we talked about Kevin Holland, I said he's a bum, he's washed up, and then he fucking won. So I'm sticking with that. Fuck that guy.
Like the coolest dude.
I like Kevin Holland. I think he's amazing.
I agree with Nate. Fucking Venom's an awesome name.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They both talk so much shit that they'll probably be out of breath from talking, not fighting.
Yeah,
I'm down for that too.
I think it goes one of two ways. I think it either is Kevin Holland dropping MVP,
I can see it.
knocking him out, and or MVP somehow gets Kevin Holland to the ground and submits him.
Yeah, I can see that too. I think it's going to be a decision. Yeah.
I don't see it being a decision. I see MVP going out there and really trying to put a stamp on his UFC debut. I think he puts it out there on the line like he hasn't done in a little while, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he really wants to put on a show tonight. So I think you're going to see a lot, like probably the most talking inside of the octagon during a fight outside of the referee ever.
And a lot of this, like,
showboating.
Yeah. I love that. When he does it, for some reason, it's fun.
But he usually backs it up. But Kevin Holland's one of those guys that he on the feet. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think it was the most exciting fight, but he stood in there with probably one of the best technical strikers.
Yeah.
In the UFC and in Wonder Boy. So, dude, I think it's going to be a knockout for Holland or truly a submission for MVP. Or, you know what, it may go to decision and it just be a knockdown drag out the whole way. Yeah, we don't know. We're casuals, right? But
that's right. But
I'm saying Holland wins this fight.
Holland is also creative with his striking. Yeah. I mean, he knocked out one of the greatest fighters of all time who had him on the ground. And in Jacare, he hammer fisted him out. That was pretty close.
That was such a good knockout.